Hey everybody, this is Strict9 with Strict9 GP, and welcome to another episode of my Out of the Park Baseball 19 playthrough with the Phillies. And it's playoff time, so we're about to start the wild card game against Miami. We're on the road against Miami. I expect it to be a pretty tough game considering how they ended the season and how hot they were towards the end. First thing I wanted to look at before we jump into the game is the playoff roster. The only real change I made to that, right before the end of the season, Dave Schrimsher, who had been out for most of the year, he came off the DL, and I hate going with a guy who's just coming off a long injury like that. I think he was out 4 months, 5 to 6 months, sorry. I hate to go with a guy who's coming off that kind of an injury without putting him through a rehab assignment. But I'm going to risk it, especially if we go into if we win this game and we manage to make it to the divisional series. I think he might be, if nothing else, a good lefty option out of the pen if I need it. That gives me two lefties, I think, to go with out of the pen. And I replaced Schrimsher with, or I replaced Berger with Schrimsher, who Berger is just not really having a great year anyway, so I don't think I'm losing much there. And Stewart is another lefty who in limited play didn't look terrible, but I just don't know if I want to trust him that much either. So I decided just to take a gamble on Schrimsher, and it may be a moot point anyway if we don't win this first game. And then the offense is going to stay the same because I really didn't call up anyone in September on the offensive side. Our offense was playing pretty good and solid, and I think the only one I may have called up was this third base prospect, Cameron, Tennessee, and he didn't really get a whole lot of at-bats anyway, and he's, I'd say, a year or so away from making it to the majors anyway. So nothing really helpful in the minors for me to add to that roster when September rolled around. So let's look at the first matchup here. We are in some ways matched up okay with them, but I feel like Miami was a different team at times. We were a different team too, but on the season, we were 10-9 versus Miami, which isn't terrible. But Miami just got so hot in the latter half of the season. And it looks like it's going to be kind of... they've got some good offensive players on there, but it really looks like it's going to be our offense going up against their pitching. They were first in the league in terms of runs against. We were first in the league in runs scored. So that might be how this game plays out. If you were able to see the actual gameplay that we had about midway through the season, it was right before the trading deadline. I played out a game with Miami, and I think they beat us like 3-2 or 2, something like that. I think it was 3-2 in extra innings. So it was definitely a pitching duel. When I'm looking at the guys on my team who had a good year against Miami, kind of some surprises. It's mostly my bench players, Arenthal and Neidiger, who had the best offensive performances against Miami through the regular season. Royce Lewis was my best position player. He batted .282 and had some good production head-to-head against Miami. The rest of the team didn't do all that great, especially Sean Barge. He really struggled against Miami. He was just 11 for 71 for a 155 batting average. And then on pitching, the bullpen looked good, but starters, I'm a little bit torn here because Vallejo, who was the guy I picked up in trade midseason, he did not look all that great for me, although he did pick up 6 wins for in that second half, and I think he finished the season with 15 between us and Toronto. He looked really good against Miami head-to-head. 2 games, he was 2-0 in 13 innings, just a 2.08 ERA. But the one that I might go with to start is Lockfeld. he's still 3-star pitcher. He's one of my best overall rated pitchers, and I know he's had a not a great year. He gives up a lot of walks, but he has good stuff rating and movement rating, and his ERA against Miami was under 4. And I don't know if Vallejo, I just haven't seen him enough, and making it really a moot point is he's exhausted. He just started a game at the end of the season, so he wouldn't be available anyway. So let's go ahead and get it started, and we'll look at the lineups and see how we're going to go there. On the matchup screen, we're pretty evenly matched. Looks like not seeing anything that really stands out. First base, they've got us at a tie. But we're going with Lockfeld. They're going with Grissett. That's definitely going to be in their favor. We're not going to use a warm-up. I know some guys playing out. I've seen online at YouTube they use a warm-up rule. That's one aspect. Even though I am a kind of a control freak, that's one aspect I don't get all that crazy about. I'd rather not have to manage that in the game. And then for my lineup going against Grissett, they're going to have a lot of lefties too going at me. Grissett, he's got really good stuff and control. Looks like he may have been injured a little bit this year. So I'll probably just go with my typical lineup there. Vargas, Lewis, then Barge, Devers, Ochoa, Elman, Vandenhoeven, and Kanan Smith batting 8th and catching. Kanan Smith finished not that bad considering where he started. I think he started hitting around August, and you can see August and September were good. October he stumbled, but I'm hoping he's going to be at least adequate for me in the game. And in terms of the pitching, the only other pitcher that I would probably think about going with, other than maybe Alice, would be Vallejo. I'm sorry, Urrutia, but he's been really cold down the stretch. So I don't want to risk that with him either. So let's go ahead and get started. And going to be playing in Miami, so this will be the second time we get a chance to see that Miami stadium. And we'll start Vargas 1-1 count. And he pops up to center field. That should be an easy out. Brings up Lewis. 1-0 count to him. And he grounds down to third. Pretty weak grounder. Lewis, I was really surprised that Lewis got a pretty full year in this year. Wasn't injured. I don't even know if he was on the DL at all. He played a full season, had a good year for me. Barge up now. It's an 0-1 count. And he smacks it, but it looks like it's going to be got under it a little bit. And that should be caught. So 3 up, 3 down. And he didn't really use a lot of pitches that inning either. So they're going to lead off with Espinoza, who's an extreme pull hitter. I'm going to shift to the right, both outfield and infield, and it's a full count already. And he strikes him out. Lockfeld is always a problem there with the walks. I'm going to do a weak shift left on this guy and leave the outfield straight away. And looks like he got through the infield with that one. Pretty weak hit, but he's on. And he's got some speed. Luckily, Smith has a good arm rating. And Lockfeld has a pretty good hold rating. I'm just gonna hold the runner. I'm gonna play double play depth. And I'm gonna hold the runner. And it's a 1-2 count. And he strikes him out. Second strikeout of the inning. Brings up Juan Molinar. Not a lot of power from him. It looks like he might be a rookie. Yeah, he's just 22. Got a lot of good potential, though. Play him straight away. It's 1-1 count. And Barge looks like he's going to get there to make the out. So, nothing through 1 inning. Devers leads off. 2-2 count. And weak grounder to second. and easy out. Now Ochoa up. He's up 2-0, and he smacks it out to left field. That may clear the fence. Nope. Just missed a home run. They're saying the wind kept it in, but good hit. Ailman up now, 1-0 count, and he lines it out to center field. That's going to get over the center fielder. He's going to slide into second with a double. But we got 2 outs. Vandenhoeven up now. It's a 1-2 count. And he strikes him out. Vandenhoeven just probably overmatched on that at bat. So they're going to lead off with Huete. A little bit of power. He's 22 home runs, and that might get through the infield and the right. So he's going to make it to first. Brings up Aguirre, who's listed as a pull hitter. I'm going to play, though, double play depth. And see what we can do. First pitch, he's swinging. Third, Devers, just barged. And they turn the double play. Two out now for Swerdlove. First pitch, he might be swinging here. And he gets it up through the middle. That's going to fall in for a hit. He's got a little bit of speed. I'm going to hold the runner. And he's walks him. That's his first walk of the game. I expect that won't be the last. And that's going to bring up Grissett. So I'm just going to pitch to him straight away. It's 1-2, and he strikes him out. So that's his third strikeout in 2 innings. Kanan Smith leads it off. A 1-2 count. He strikes out. So Grissett now, he's up to 2 strikeouts. And pitcher up, 3 strikeouts. And that brings up Vargas again. It's 1-2, and he struck out the side swinging. Yeah. So now Espinoza leads it off. I'm going to shift right and shift right. All right. It's 0-2 count. A little dribbler, Kanan Smith gets to it. Slow to get rid of it. And he's safe. So that's a lot of speed there. Let's throw to first real quick. I think I'm going to have to, he's a pull hitter, but I'm going to play double play depth. And I'm going to, okay, another one. Devers, Sparge, and he's safe. So they got the lead out, but not Collins, who's another speedy guy. So double play depth again, and 0-1 count, and he unloads. I doubt that one's going to stay in the park. And it's 2-0 Miami. That's their 5th hit, so Lockfeld's getting rocked a little bit here. Now Molinar up. And he hits it out the center, but I think Vargas should line that one up. It's a 2 away. And Huete up, he's 1 for 1. And he smacks it out to right field. Ochoa going back. And he's able to catch it. So they're up 2-0 through 3. Royce Lewis leads it off, 1-0 count. And he gets it past the third baseman into the corner, but he's going to make it to second on that one. That's just their 2nd hit of the game. So we need to capitalize on this. Barge up now. It's a 1-0 count. And pretty weak pop up to center. So now Devers up. Just 1 out. 0-2 count. He strikes him out. Now Ochoa, our last chance here. It's a 2-2 count. That didn't look good. And he strikes him out looking. So, bottom of the 4th now. We're down 2-0. Aguirre up. He's a pull hitter, but I'm going to play him straight away. It's 0-1, and he gets it down to Devers, who should throw him out for first out of the inning. Swerdlove up, 0-1 count, and he hits it pretty high and deep. Ailman's not even moving there for some reason. Didn't even notice that. So Vargas tracks it down and makes the out. Charbonneau up. He's a pull hitter, but he's not showing a lot of power, and he drives it out to center. So that's the 6th hit of the game for Miami. Now we got the pitcher back up again for them. It's 0-2, and he strikes him out. So 2 runs through 4, not terrible for Lockfeld. We got Elman, Vandenhoeven, and Smith up, and Grissett has pitched a great game. 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. First pitch, Elman swinging, but that should stay in. It's out the center, and 1 away. Vandenhoeven up now. He struck out his last time up, and he gets a pretty weak one down to the third baseman. That should be out number 2. And now nothing for Kanan Smith. They play that heavy shift on him, and 3 up, 3 down. So Espinoza, this is the 3rd time through the lineup for them. Extreme pull hitter. I'm going to shift that outfield and shift the infield to the right. First pitch, he's swinging, and looks like Vargas is able to catch that one, a line drive. Donnie Collins up. He's been on base a couple times now. 1 force out and 1 hit. Lewis gets it. Better get it fast. Whew. That looks so close. I think they may have to work on the animation a little bit because it looks so close every time there's a play at first. So 2 away from Miranda. Play him straight away. It's a 3-1 count, and he walks him. That's his 2nd walk of the game. And really some good speed on there. I'm going to hold the runner. And he's going. And they throw him out. Good throw there from Kanan Smith to get him out. So we played 5. It's still 2-0. Another pitching duel. This is what happened that last time we played out against them. Hopefully we can turn it around, get some batting going on, and get some hits. Lockfeld's going to lead it off. I think it might be time to take him out and see if my bullpen can hold for the rest of the game. I know he's still probably good to go, but I got to get something going here. I'm going to try Molina, who's a lefty that picked up in around the the trading deadline. And looks like he's swinging first pitch, and he bloops it out to left. And Collins dives and makes it. Makes the catch. Vargas up now. It's 1-2 count, and he hits him. So Vargas is going to be on. Charbonneau has a good arm, and Grissett has a good hold rating. So I guess I'll just see if Lewis, who had that big double the last time, see what he can do. And he spanks it to, it's going to get through. Nah, I'm going to leave him at second. The ball didn't get deep enough. So Barge up, he has been really not doing too well for me, either today or this season. But he gets it deep to right. That should be caught for an out. So it's up to Devers. Last out of the inning. It's 2-1 count. And he unloads. I hope this goes out. Please go out. Please go out. Just short of the fence. Holy cow. So it's still 2-0. And we got some lefties coming up for them. I'm going to go with Ramon Castro. Let's see if he can hold him to just the 2 runs. It's 3-2 count already on Molinar. And he strikes him out. Good job. That brings up Huete. See what he looks like against lefties. Not the same as righties. He's normal here. I'm gonna risk it. It's 2-2 count, and he strikes him out. Man, Castro may have something going on here. I'll leave him in, but I'll play. I'm definitely gonna play the shift for Aguirre, and it's a full count again, and he gets it out to center, and Vargas lines it up, makes the out. So 2-0 through 6. Grissett still pitching strong. Ochoa leads it off. It's a 1-1 count, and he hits it to short center field. That should be an out. Elman up now, who had a hit his last time up. It's 2-2 count. A little grounder to second. 2 away. And then Vandenhoeven, 1-2 count. That's another strikeout for him. It seems like every time I play these games out, I get no offense. I don't know if it's just, I'm not sure how I can improve my offense. I mean, all you can really do is swing away, and nothing happens, though. You can see 3 hits through 7 innings. That's not atypical when I'm playing out a game. So I'll let the organ music finish. That's pretty cool. So Swerdlove leads it off. I'm gonna have to take Castro out. Go with that lefty-righty matchup here. I think I'm gonna put Bobby Austin in. I think he had a good year against Miami. And it's 1-0 count, and a little pop up to right, and Ochoa gets there, looks like. So 1 away for Mike Charbonneau. It's a 1-2 count, and he strikes him out looking. And then Ken Grissett, they're leaving him in, bottom of the 7th. And he spanks it out to second. Barge throws him out. So 1-2-3 inning for Austin. But we've got to get some offense going here. We got Kanan Smith leading it off, and they've got Edwin Diaz up. Wow, how did he do this year? He is 4 saves shy of 500. Why did they bat? That's really odd. Why did they bat the pitcher if they were going to take him out? It's Kanan Smith, 0-1, leading it off. And he gets it through the infield for a hit. So that's just their 4th hit of the game. So now I've got another lefty I can throw out there in Arenthal. We'll try him against Diaz. It's a 1-1 count. They got the double play depth going on the infield, and they turn it. Arenthal not that fast of a runner, so we got Vargas up. He was hit his last time up. It's first pitch and little dribbler to the pitcher, and that's it. I'm telling you, this is really kind of frustrating for me. This is one of the reasons I don't play out as many games, because this is typically the story. I'd be interested to see if anyone else has a different experience, but I usually play out my games, when it comes to the playoffs, and this is so common for me. I feel like with this team leading the league in runs, I don't think our offense should be struggling like this. And this is just, I know I'm just probably showing some frustration here, but it really is. It's if I were to go back and look at every game I've played out in this version and really in 18, it's so hard to get offense going. I shut out a lot. You might get 1 or 2 runs, but I don't know what the deal is with that. If it's the way I'm playing out, and if you notice something, if you guys are watching, if you notice something about the way I'm playing it out, if there's something else I could do maybe to try to get more offense going, just let me know. But it's so hard to score in this game. So they're back to they're leading off with Espinoza. I think I'll go with Carvente. He's had a pretty good year for me, but I'm starting to think this game's over. I can't hit. Just can't get anything going offensively. So I'll just do a normal shift right. And it's 2-1. And he gets it through the infield. Looks like Lewis dove for it, but couldn't come up with it. So I'll play the double play depth on the infield, and this could do it if he gets rid of it quick enough, and he does. That was a good double play there. So now they're bringing up pinch hitter Heston Kjerstad. 0-2 count, and this one, hopefully not. I think Ochoa's, no, it falls in. Ochoa couldn't get to it. So now we got Molinar up. 2-0 count, and he gets it to Lewis. Lewis is gonna have to. They got him out, but I don't know if the graphic. It looked like he slid in time. So we're down to our last 3 outs. We got Lewis leading off against Diaz. So they brought Diaz in to save it in the 8th. So first pitch, and grounder to third, easy out. Brings up Barge, 1-0 count, and he gets it through the infield. I think that's his first hit of the game. And now we got Devers. And Diaz, he's okay with the hold rating, but I'm not going to run right now. It's a full count. And he smacks it down to first. They get the lead runner, and that's it. Ball game over. I don't want to turn this into a rant, but I may just stop playing out the games. I really enjoy the new 3D graphics and the look, but holy cow. It's just, after a while, it's just not fun to be shut out and not be able to score. But honestly, if you guys are watching, if you see anything I could have done differently to maybe try to drum up some runs, let me know. But that was pretty pitiful. I mean, we only got 5 hits, and I understand that Grissett is a pretty good pitcher, but I would have liked to have had a better chance at this game than that, and I don't think we even had a chance. We basically just, I think the only good hit we had was a double from Lewis, and that was it. I don't even think we got a runner past second. Oh well, so that ends the season. We're going to go down in defeat. I hope my owner isn't too upset with me. Maybe we can salvage another year extension. But I'm going to leave the game, and I'll probably go through offline and sim through the playoffs and see what we can come up with, see who the winners are. And then I'll go through and sim through. I'll probably sim up until we're at the arbitration period, and I'll come back in for the next episode. Hopefully we can make some moves this offseason, because we definitely got to improve our pitching staff, and we're going to lose some guys. I don't really want to offer some of these guys some contracts. I might offer a qualifying offer to Corey Lawn, but in terms of the rest of the guys, Alice, Farr, Shrimsher, I don't see me offering them anything. And they're except for Farr, who at this point he's a little bit too injury prone. I don't think I really want to take a gamble on him. But Alice and Corlon, they're wanting some big money, and I don't see me offering them that kind of money. Same with Shrimsher. He's 30. He's probably, he got $12.5 million. He's wanting 14, 15 million, and he's another guy who's now injury prone, and he's just not going to be worth that. So I'll have to take a look at what I can do in free agency. I don't really think I'll have a lot to trade, so it'll probably be free agency only if I can get anybody to help. But at the flip side, I should have some room with those guys gone. I still have those big contracts with Lewis and Gowdy. And Ochoa, $11 million. I think that's not too bad. Kanan Smith, $10 million. It is what it is. Devers is a good. He met his vesting option. Ailman, I'll see what he gets in. I'll see what he gets in arbitration. But if he gets 10 million, that might be worth it. He's injury prone. I know that. But when he plays, he does a really good job. So he's got power. He's got speed, and plays good defense. So I'd hate to lose him. But this is giving me 10 million more room for, I guess, free agents. I hope I have more than that. There might be some of these guys that I may not keep. Like Molina, he was a good pickup for me at the time. I'm not going to invest $3 million in him. Sean Barge, of course, he's going to get what he wants in arbitration. But the rest of the guys, no, here's one. Vargas, he's ready for arbitration. He's probably going to get what he wants. 2.6 million. I would probably be okay with that if that's what it comes to. But we'll see you on the next episode, and we'll go through all that kind of stuff. And thanks for hanging in there with me and watching my playthroughs. Thanks for the subscribes and the likes and the comments. And sorry for the rant. Hopefully it didn't come across like sour grapes. Maybe I'll have a series where I'm playing it out, and I just I'm able to get some offense. But it seems like way too many times this is the kind of game it turns out to be. I'm either getting shut out or I barely score. So we'll see if that changes in the future. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next episode.